Well, good afternoon, everybody. I won't let it take long because the time is a constraint. But I bring greetings on behalf of the NPP family from the central as well as the state and the district. Well, if I was in Rome, I would have started off with saying, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me years. But since I'm in Nagaland, probably the prospect would be a bit different. Well, my dear friends, brethren, and my beloved Nagas, we are here. I would say that please lend me not only your ears, but lend me your heart and also your mind today. We are here to transform the Nagaland to a better level in the process of changing everybody's mind and the heart as well. We have come with a different dimension where we see that we would like to be the voice of the voiceless. I know it's difficult to bear, and I know that the party that we have, all the different parties that we have, you know, they may be a different vision and mission, but I would like to always address that every party is good. No party is bad. Every party is equal, and every party has got to be respected. But I would like to say that are the party men who are following the party, the leaders, are they good, worthwhile? Are they a person with integrity? Or are they a person with just and thinking for the pro people? That's what matters to me the most. No doubt all party is good. I would like to mention about, as Reverend Kim Yong Seng has mentioned over here, what should I be? Or who should I be in alliance with? Obviously, I would say for me, if I have to be in alliance with, I would be firstly in alliance with God. And it says the second part, what should be the alliance with me and the party? Well, obviously, I would like God to be in alliance with me and my party. I would like to praise God in the first, and then the second follows the rest. I know the elections are coming very soon. It's difficult that we will be not seeing eye to eye, and we'll be having our own party slogan, shouting and yelling at every corners with banners and everything. But I would like all of us to be a human. I would like us to see the ideology of what reformation and transformation we actually want to do for the good of the Nagas, not as an individual. I would like to see the leaders of tomorrow where they have a proper thinking of not only to be on a selfish level, but to be on a good level. I know we Nagas have got a very good heart. In the Northeast or the rest of the world, I see the Nagas as one of the best people. But somewhere, something has gone wrong. And I guess it's got to do with our pride, probably. It's got to do with our greed, or it's got to do, I don't know, with what. But probably we have not placed God in front. That's why everything has gone haywire. It's time to awake, and it's time that we need to really think on a very positive note. Well, the world, if you look at it right now, the world we are talking about AI, the world is talking about rocket science, and we in Nagaland, we are still talking about 200-300 years back of good roads, electricity and water. Where are we? Which century are we now when people have progressed so far ahead? I would like to quote upon our Kim Yung Sung, Reverend Apostle. His wife is from Australia, from Singapore. And I know that Singapore, if you look at Singapore history, they are just a newborn baby. In fact, we got our statehood in 63, but theirs got it at 65, independence. We are ahead of them actually. But look at the state, look at the country that they have gone ahead. They have gone so far. The president, they call him Lee Yong Kim. L-K-Y. Okay, in short they call it. He has been ruling Singapore, and being the president or the prime minister, he has transformed the entire Singapore into, wonderful. You can see that the top richest country in the world, the top 5 is Singapore, and in second place in Asia is second number. and the number one in Japan. Where has it taken from a slum area, from nowhere to somewhere, within 30 years of his reign, 30 years of his ruling, or 30 years of his leadership? Why can't we be doing that? If you look at the size of Singapore, it is 700 plus square kilometers. We are 1600. We are double the size, a bit more than that. Where have we gone wrong? What's happening to us? It is time, I think we need to really think upon where we have gone wrong. Well, all the young ones are here. You are here to listen. I would like to tell you one thing is that you need to choose the leader. We need to see the leader. Yes, leaders are not born, they are made also in some ways. But if I was not a good leader and I'm going to put somebody into place, I have a very conniving mind. I'm not a good man, supposing. And I'm going to put somebody on the party with my idea, with my visions. I better not to select him or her. Because he or she is going to be under my shadows. I will feel that a good leader, a good breed good, and evil will always breed evil. So I feel that it's high time we know that what we are breeding and whom we are selecting and what. It's time for us. It's like a processional caterpillar, I would like to mention. There is a processional caterpillar who always follows the leader. And there was a scientist who wanted to see the experiment. So he put them in the flower pot, let us say, and there was a plant in the middle, and in the rim of the flower pot, he had placed all the caterpillars. The caterpillar was going round and round and round and never stopped, not knowing that in the middle of the flower pot, there was a food to eat. But they were following the leaders and keep on going and going and going for weeks, and one by one, everybody died. So here, I would like to mention that the leaders, if you are not following a good leader, eventually we'll all die. We need to have a good follower and also to be a good leader. We need to have a metamorphosis, We need to have a symbiotic relation. Now we are having a parallel government. I'm not saying the sink over there. I'm saying only parasitic leaders. Not for the people, but for themselves. We need to have a symbiotic relation where we go along with everybody, tagging along. I feel that we should know that. And when we are looking at transformation, metamorphosis in scientific word, meta means form, and change, and form, morphos means to form. Changing of form is example. In short, I would like to say like when a caterpillar transforms itself to butterfly, and when a tadpole changes itself to a toad. When the caterpillar is young, nobody likes to touch it. It's very eerie, and you get allergic also. But after it gets in the cocoon and changes itself, it becomes a wonderful butterfly. Everybody loves it. But what about the tadpole? The tadpole looks beautiful when it's young, but when it grows up to the mature level, it becomes a toad. Nobody likes to even touch it. Which metamorphosis are we going to be? I would like to ask each and every Nagas over here. We need to be transformed. We need to have a metamorphosis of a good side, not the bad side. From bad to good we can be, but not from good to bad. So I leave you with this, and I would like all the people, those who are here, let us not mislead our Nagas anymore. Let us lead our Nagas with a good intention and make a better Singapore here in Nagaland. It's very much possible, and I hope and pray that God will listen to us, and I hope that Nagas will be known like the ancestral time where forefathers were fantastic people, and we feel that the youngsters will come and take the chair, and if at all I am an officer and I have not done anything in my retired life, okay, what do you expect? Before my retirement I have done nothing for the people. What do you expect to do when I retire and I go for election? I will not do anything. So why then? I will say that. If I was a leader who has been doing so good, like the leader of Singapore, even in the dying bed, we should be accepting and should make him the president or whatever. But I would say that many of us, we have become selfish. We tend to look at one thing is that in the entire year of my service, supposing I was an officer, I have done nothing for the people. And after my retirement, I'm supposed to be retirement to go and sleep. Retirement is actually the word, go and sleep. We want to again come back to life and lead the people for corruption. This is not the way. If at all him or her is good, in the retired life also they should be given the boost and they should be given something great. So wish you all the luck, and I hope Nagaland transforms and reforms for the betterment of everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.